Hey YouTube, this is another UFC predictions video. This time it will be from UFC 194, and let's get started. So, first off, you got Court McGee versus Marcio Alexander. I believe Court McGee will take this fight. I think he was a former Ultimate Fighter winner, and Marcio Alexander has lost a couple times in the UFC to like Tim Means and Warley Alves. So, I think Court McGee's got this fight easily, and he's gonna beat this Brazilian. So, next up is John Makdessi versus Yancy Medeiros. I think John Makdessi's got this fight. I think I'm not really sure why. I just think he's maybe, I guess, more powerful. He's able to do a spinning back fist like he knocked Kyle Watson out with that. I don't think Yancy's going to win. I think this will be John's fight. And, yeah, so then next is Joe Proctor versus Magomed Mustafaev. I actually think, I think Magomed Mustafaev has this fight. I think that, he's just, I think he maybe just wants it more than Joe Proctor. He's a young Russian. I think he's going to, he beat Peter Hallman in his last fight, so I think he's going to take over the fight, Fortunately, I think that's what will happen. Next one is Leonardo Santos versus Kevin Lee. I think that Kevin Lee's probably going to pull it off, I think he's just a way younger fighter, well over 10 years younger, he's, I know Santos won the Ultimate Fighter, but I think Kevin Lee's more powerful and just too young and strong for him. So, next is Warley Alves versus Colby Covington. I actually have Warley Alves on this fight. I think Warley Alves, he's looked outstanding in his last fight with Nordine Taleb and his previous fights. So, I think he's going to take this fight over Colby. I think Warley's just going to be too strong. I think, Warley Alves he's a man on a mission right now. He's just gonna, he's gonna keep beating these guys. He probably will, So I got Alves for this fight. Next is Tisha Torres versus Jones LeBarger. Forget her first name, but it is Jocelyn. That's right. I think Tisha has this fight. I think Tisha's gonna be a stronger fighter in there. I think she has 2 wins in the UFC already. I think this is Tisha's fight. And the featured bout on the prelims, Uriah Faber versus Frankie Saenz. I think Uriah's got this fight, honestly. I think he's just more he has a lot of more fights in his career. He's he's had a lot of world championships. He's fought for a lot of titles, so I think Uriah's gonna get this fight. And the pay-per-view is Max Holloway versus Jeremy Stephens. I actually think Max Holloway's gonna take this one. I think Max Holloway is just too, he's looked outstanding in his last few fights with Charles Oliveira, Cub Swanson, and Akira Corsani. So I think he'll do the same to Jeremy Stephens. Next is Damian Maia versus Gunnar Nelson. I think it's tough. I think Maia's got this fight. I think he'll just use his jiu-jitsu like he usually does in each fight. I think that, just think Maia's going to take over Gunnar Nelson. And I think that, I think this will be Maia's fight. Next one is, Jacare versus Yoel Romero. I think that Jacare will take this fight. I think he's been a world champion in Strikeforce. Just had a little bit more experience than Romero. I know Romero's been an Olympic athlete, but I think Jacare's just had a little bit more experience in MMA. All right, the co-main event. This one really excites me. Maybe it excites you guys too. Chris Weidman versus Luke Rockhold. I understand that Chris Weidman is the favorite coming into the fight, just because he's the champ. I got Luke Rockhold on this fight. I think he will be the stronger fighter. I think he will be able to overpower Chris Weidman like he did he destroyed Lyoto Machida back in April. Destroyed him, got him on the ground, and it's not Lyoto's game. Lyoto's game is standing up and doing karate and this and that. But I think Luke Rockhold's going to be able to do this to Chris Weidman, so Chris is going to be in trouble. The main event of the evening, Jose Aldo versus Conor McGregor. I think Jose Aldo has this fight, Like Joe Rogan says, Conor McGregor or Jose Aldo has excellent jiu-jitsu, excellent leg kicks. If he can do both of those things to Conor McGregor, I would guarantee this is Jose's fight. Conor has really never been in there. He's like, me and my dad have been saying, he's fought nobody. The only good fighter he's fought had 2 weeks to train. That's why Chad Mendes gassed out. So, the only good fighter Connor's fought had 2 weeks to train. That is an excuse why Chad lost, It is a good excuse. He should have had a full camp to prepare for the fight, He wasn't in shape. And now Connor's really, I would say for Conor, this is a big step up in competition. Conor, I know he can do all of his spitting kicks and he probably will come out swinging, but, I think that this is a huge step up in competition for Conor. Conor better be ready, or else he's going to get the crap beat out of him. So, I will root for Jose Aldo. I do not like listening to Conor talk, so I want Jose Aldo to win, and that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, you guys, and see you next time.